can save. And regardless of how big the amount you receive, but with very poor management, and you don't manage it well, then it amounts to nothing because you're not able to save anything, and not only that, you're not able to achieve in terms of being able to buy a home or buy a car or something that can solidify your achievement. Me lori vi ko na kai ko dorti ko sa ni kemisao me lori vi ko se ko token e sona kan meron ni vi roti ke na vi kai ko dorti ko se na vi kai ko dingoma ene kemisao. And I believe this is a very interesting topic to talk about because a lot of people, they don't want to hear it. A lot of people say, okay, because like just what my husband have mentioned today, the lack of the exposure to hear or to learn in a very early age. Because looking through, when you look back, you have a very good job, you have good pay, and you have the money. The capability to be able to save, it's there. And the amount that you are receiving, and you still, not married, you're still young, which means you could have done more than that.
Much
but
more.
because he hasn't heard, and this is not the topic that we Fijians talk about. It's okay, we don't talk about these things. Like it's not a conversation that you would have at home. I believe some homes are beginning to have this kind of conversation at home. I'm blessed I'm excited when I read in the papers or the printed media, or when somebody comes and tells me about achievement for it, okay? Whether they have properties or when they own it, or if they say, this belongs to, okay, like for me, that's my excitement. The excitement that some or most of the Itaukei people are actually, business owners, and they're really making good for themselves, and that's quite an achievement. And it doesn't mean that if they can, then we cannot. You can, and it doesn't mean that you're a house girl or you are just cleaning the house or being a shop assistant or just providing that little customer service in one corner of the office, that you look at your job and said, I cannot. It's the amount of money that comes in, no matter how little it is, and you are able to manage that. You are able to tell yourself, okay, for believers who are listening to us today, tithe is a must. Whichever church you go to, you need to do that. Regardless of what the world say against tithe, I will be a strong advocate to tell you that your tithe define the rest of your salary. And I'm sharing something that has happened in my life, so it's wrong for me not to say that, and I will say that to you, regardless. Whatever the world says to say, or tithe is not right, or tithe is not of God, or tithe, whatever explanation they give, I will tell you, you need to tithe if you're a believer. So your tithe goes, and this is your remaining money, and then you write down. You must know by now what are the expenses, and the expenses for weekly expenses, and your monthly expenses, like in terms of if you're renting a house, if you're paying for the electricity bill, those are monthly bills. So you must write your monthly bills, and if you get paid every week, then you must know how much you need to put aside every week to meet that month. And when is that payment due? Is it due in the middle of the month, or beginning of the month, or end of the month? Those are the things that you need to write down. So you need to get a book for your expenses. Get a book for your expenses and write down every time a page to write. Okay, June, every month, one page has to be for those months, and write down the expenses. Some of your expenses are one-off, meaning it's not like a rent or electricity or water bill for you to pay every month. It's a one-off. It can be something that you need to contribute to. There can be something that you need to buy. It can be maybe your son playing rugby, or maybe your son doing swimming, little things that you need to buy for them to facilitate, whatever that they're doing, or to contribute to the school that they go to. They are termed as one-off. Then you write one-off in red on the same page for those, because every month there's a tendency of a one-off payment. Some months may go completely without the one-off payments. That one-off, it's like not every month part of your budget, but it's as and when it happens. So as you write down these expenses, then you will be able to know that this is the money that you need to put aside, and that these are the sacrifices that you need to make. If you make it easier for you, then you do the envelopes. Do the envelopes and write down the bills. So every week you get paid, then you know I need to put